we're recording now, but I haven't seen a what's it called? I haven't seen Q kick this much ass as I've seen Kai do.
Q was doing pretty good on that 4v4.
Yeah, but me and Kai, we kind of steamrolled. Fucking really well fucking played PD. Got first land, going on a fucking Seraphim Master Race. Q Continuum. Kai going first hippie. Also first land. With the Pew. The signature greeting. See how they
still
do
annoying as ever.
here. I know that Kai knows this map like back of his hand, so we'll see whether or not Continuum is on the ball.
It's a common map, though. I mean,
if
to
he
be fair,
goes for that, like that's a significant amount of reclaim in that little crater next to the base. If you miss that early, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure as well.
Yeah.
That's almost a T2 max just right there.
I feel like it's important to go for the sides, though, because all the maxes are there.
Exactly. You definitely need to send that ACU to the side. One of those two sides. Pick one, take it. But the Continuum is
And
paused.
we have a pause by Continuum.
Obviously, he's not continuous. Oh, I'm just bummed out. I just ran out of beer like about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I haven't had anything to drink for a while.
Probably get some more beer this weekend, which is nice because it's Thursday right now. But
Okay. Q's got his air factory queued up after that hydro's done.
two also have the same for Kai. Kai going second air. Getting a little bit more adjacency, getting that mass adjacency, and putting this next to power generator.
Kai's going to try and deny Q that upper corner. He's bringing out a flare and a scout.
Hopefully that works out for Kai. We'll see. He doesn't have any sort of response from Mr. Continuum as of yet. Definitely set up to grab that reclaim though in that crater. Getting that second hydro pretty early before he gets those second set of maxes. Kai going for the maxes before the hydro, but not queuing up all three of the little reclaim patches in the center. So we'll see how he goes out. Maybe he's planned to not use all that mass right away.
Looks like, I don't know if which corner Q's planning to go to first, but he's going to have to bring something with him. He wants the north one.
Definitely. That Celine will be able to deny that engineer, probably. Unless Kai gives a decent amount of APM to it. But Kai definitely denying the top and moving south here, perhaps even denying that forward max and that little patch of reclaim.
Oh, we have
on
a
the way.
scout from Continuum.
Significant.
And Kai is almost done with the bomber. D1.
Interesting,
Yeah,
not
well,
queuing that out to go forward off the launch, so just gonna have to remember to move that. once
Continuum
it gets
should know that bomber is active, and he does have an interceptor almost built.
Definitely, and if he gets that scout back, he'll be able to ID the target from pretty far away. He'll be able to shoot that down.
Moving forward. The question is, will the interceptor spot the bomber?
Scout on the way to come by. Looks like it's gonna find it. Yeah, definitely in range now.
Engineer is
Interceptor
denied
needs
in
to
the
be
corner.
active.
Got a little of the reclaim.
Somebody's gonna die here, I think. Bomber does not drop. That could be what.
Interceptor's slow to intercept.
Yeah, he's not on the ball here. Bomber coming back. Was that a hover bomb? I don't know.
It was an attempt at a hover bomb, maybe. And bomber's down.
So we got a no-kill bomber from Kai. Early air to Continuum, but not by much. Moving that ACU towards the north side. Not much of a play
Continuum.
for the south side over here in that corner.
Continuum's queuing up a bunch of T1 factories. Gonna start spamming.
Definitely something you want to see here. There's a lot of reclaim here to set yourself up with at least a few T2 mexes to power that spam. I mean, who's going to get into the corners first and grab that is the question. We do have
Continuum with a bomber of his own.
Going forward, probably do some damage just to the attack troops here. He doesn't even need to necessarily go after the Engies, although that would be profitable. Kai's
Looks like
ACU
Kai's shooting
moving
it down.
towards the south with the ACU, while Q goes to the north. Definitely Q a little bit further ahead. Whether or not Oh no, that engineer that Continuum is sending to the south is going to be building that mech, so he's not going to be able to get there in time to reclaim that stuff before Kai takes it all away.
Meanwhile, though, looks like Q is getting the upper side.
In the air, definitely, as well.
No, I mean the northern point.
Yeah, ACU in position there, going to be grabbing that reclaim quickly before he sets up some mechs.
I think what's going to be really important here is who will have more T1. Got a lot of factories.
With, 3 separate channels.
Because we're casting Kai versus Continuum right now.
1v1
on Crimson Feud.
Nice.
I think that I don't know if like being earlier to that top left position is going to be of a benefit to him, really. Like if you can get that to pay off for him, because Kai is still kind of slow comparatively moving into that position. But he looks like he has more spam on the front lines. Granted, the front lines are in Crisis territory.
Yeah, and he's got the range advantage.
Yeah, the question is whether or not those bombers are going to be able to even that out, because close to type packed Auroras, as everybody knows. Definitely T1 fire.
I'm going to start a room in the gun, just join if you want.
Definitely.
A Colby 99 moved to certain IAI EFK.
Hanging out with Mr. Slick. Looks like Kai is using those Aurora range. He's got those on attack move, you can tell.
This is really bad for Q.
Yeah, he's definitely losing those forces. Getting a little bit in the backside, but he needs to get some air. He needs to get some Artie in his mix, because Artie can really counter that range from the Auroras. And the splash can definitely punish the units in strong formation. Bringing that ECU back, whether or not that's going to be a strong play or not, is yet to be. No, he's turning around again. Because I was thinking, because like if you run at them and they run at you, you can really wreck Auroras. But if they kite you, you're kind of ruined. Another bad sort of like half engagement from Mr. Continuum, losing not any units, but
He does have T1 Artie mixed in though. Those Thams will help him keep the range.
Definitely. I'd like to see some more bombers in the mix from Mr. Continuum, perhaps another air factory even. Just when you're facing Aeon, it's probably just worth it.
Okay. Looks like there's about to be a skirmish in the middle. Depends if these Auroras move up any further.
I'd like to see... I mean, I know it's only T1 Rex in the center, but I mean, that's still a considerable amount of mass. I'd like to see something sent that way to grab that. Moving over here to secure the bottom right expansion from Kai. Not a lot of action on the top left. Perhaps that ACU not really doing much right now.
I don't know why Q is building 2 T1 PD fortifications.
Might be a little bit overkill if you could get a radar or a factory up there so that you can have engineering.
Q does have a Selene actually in Kai's base, or at least on the periphery of it.
I would like to see him grab that T2 tank up by his ACU, because he's probably not full barring it right now. Setting up a wall for Continuum, trying to
Looks
stop
like he's starting
this
to
advantage.
build a base down there, just like Kai. Looks like Kai is going to be winning the air game here.
Kai also using the adjacency in his base is a lot better than Continuum is right now.
Oh,
Continuum
definitely.
thinking that maybe he's going to be capping those, but I'm not really sure that the game's going to go that long. That's the thing.
Yeah, these small maps.
Interesting to see this play out. I think it's going to come a T2 position. If you can get more bombers out, I
We do have Ilshuvas on the field from Q now, though. And I don't believe Kai has progressed to T2 yet.
Ilshuva is going to just wreck Auroras.
Yeah.
I believe they outranged them.
Oh, and Kai's Auroras are getting bombered. So really got to respond to
That's
those.
definitely good to see from Mr. Continuum. Ilshuva's doing some strong work here, not in the front.
Yes.
That mech's not a priority target, but he is switched.
Right now, he's just trying to thin out his forces, I think.
I'd like to see another, like, 2 or 3 air factories from Continuum. Get that. He's definitely making a play for the T2 land. Bring those Ilshuvas back. Let your FAMs help. Because if the Auroras come in to attack the Ilshuvas, you can send the FAMs forward, and then you'll be fighting in consequence. Kai with a strong air position, though, denying those bombers. Whether or not he's going to be able to make a pinch here with those units coming up from the south.
You could almost send. You could almost try and surround Kai with the units he has on the ground. I wonder if he will.
I could see that as a victory right now. Just a nice quick.
Yeah.
At the very
Kai's
least,
moving
he
to
could knock him
intercept.
down
I think,
to like
he
5-6k
missed that
health,
opportunity.
and then he could use his ACU more aggressively. Kai able to escape minimal damage.
Kai now transitioning to T2 as well, starting to build some. I don't know what the T2 tanks are called.
Depends on what you're going for. It's probably either Blaze or
Shield.
Obsidian.
Obsidians. There we go.
Blaze be very strong on this. Nice mobility, able to get in everywhere. Problem with is the top left has got a lot of PD coverage, so Blaze is not going to be strong versus that.
Yeah, Kai's losing his south side base, while Q's is still pretty well defended.
Definitely. Using that ACU very well right now as kind
Q's
of a
got to watch
bulwark.
out, though.
There are a few Obsidians in the mix for Kai. I'd like to see some overcharge from Mr. Mr. Continuum. Obsidian's very strong versus other T2 units. Kai losing that southern side, looking bad for Kai. As his commander starts to dip below Continuums in this Kaon fight with those units coming in here. So now Kai in the defensive position, whether or not he'll be able to recover. He is technically right now in control of that large reclaim field. If you can get some engineers in there, perhaps he'll be able to do something with it.
Kai is still a little bit ahead on the score.
Commander looking really low though.
Oh,
right
there's
now.
about to be a pass on Kai's base. This might be the end.
Not a lot of flak in there, so those interceptors and those bombers are probably going to be fine. I don't think that PD is going to get up, not with that already in the mix.
The T1 PD was not finished. Or, well, finished, but not alive long. And that's going to be devastating for Kai. Kai is almost dead at less than 2k health.
I think those Elshivas are going to be able to finish him. I think there's not enough power from Kai. There's not going to be... even if he can stop this attack on the front, he's going to be so damaged. There we go. Fucking A. Mr. Continuum showing who's boss here on the Crimson Feud.
Looks like this feud has been settled.
Yeah. I don't know where you think Kai went wrong, but... I just think that T2 just paid off and Kai was too long on the Aurora.
I'm surprised I didn't see Guncom on either of them.
Yeah, on such a tight map.
Especially Aeon.
And Kai really did defend with those interceptors, but once he had Harry, he didn't really go for the bombers. And while they don't one-shot the Seraphim Thams, they do basically neuter them. So...
yeah, even though Kai had air, Q still had a lot of T1 bombers doing work. He wasn't able to respond in time to all the attacks.
Yeah, it can't really be everywhere. Really. No one's got that kind of APM. But hopefully this was enjoyable for whoever watched it.